Good evening, Sporting TV, first question.
Em direto para a Sporting TV.
Here's Marcos Fernandes, live for Sporting TV.
Uma análise àquilo que foi este triunfo memorável e perguntar.
Could you give us an analysis of the match and what did make the difference for the final outcome? Well, what made the difference ultimately was the individual quality of our players. We believed until the end. Even despite the difficulties of playing against a great team, we were more careful than usual because we knew that we had played a string of competitive matches. And the players were fantastic doing this. In the second half, we had some difficulty having the ball. And we noticed that the players were getting a bit tired, but then we were able to push Tottenham back to their field. So it was a divided game. Two teams trying to get the ball, trying to prevent the others from being successful in their transitions. But we were happier in the end. I think it was a fair win. We had two great opportunities and we scored. Do you think that one may write that Portugal banalized a very rich company like a very rich team like Tottenham? And what can you say now? Because in the beginning you said, yesterday you said that they were favourites. Well, I still think that Tottenham is the favourite to win the group. There are still lots of games to be played. Last year we had 2 defeats and we were able to go to the next stage. But it may be the other way around this year. Well, I think it was a very balanced game. Maybe we had more chances. Well, maybe I'm being one-sided there, but I don't think we can say that Sporting was superior, not as the game was played, but in the score. Yes, we scored twice and didn't concede any. But again, it was a balanced game. Two savvy teams that knew that in a transition they might win or lose, and that's what happened. We were happier in the end, and I congratulate my players. I mean, physically they were exhausted and they were playing against top class players, but they were excellent, and so I congratulate my players. They were heroes tonight.
Olá, Nuno Luz da SIC. Perguntava-lhe como é que sente treinador.
How does a coach feel when you make 2 substitutions and the substitutes score? How do you see Artur Gomes? He made this fantastic goal. That's good for a player to arrive and score immediately. And a provocation now. Conte
Lembrou também daquela meia-final que o Ruben
was probably thinking about a semi-final that you played him many years ago, and well, that was a very long time ago, different situations. I'm sure he can't remember that. The players, well, it's life of coaches. When we make substitutions and it works out well, I mean, we know that people say that that's because the coach did it. But if it was the other way around, they would say that it was our fault. So the important thing is that we know why we made the substitutions, and that's clear to me. Artur, well, he has these characteristics. He's very strong in a one-to-one, very aggressive player, and that's what we wanted to have from him. And the goal he scored shows that. So, well, he already paid for the transfer with his goal, so everything is well when that ends well. Well, some weeks ago we were in a crisis. Now we are back to normal. Let's prepare next match against Boa Vista. And
uma equipa curta, onde toda a gente tem que estar preparado.
I mean, we have a short squad, a limited squad. Everyone has to be prepared. We are still going through an intensive stage, and now we have to beat Boa Vista to then face the polls for the national teams.
Se esta vitória é
This win, is it more merit of Sporting or lack of merit of Tottenham? And after this match, is Paulino no longer the ugly duckling? Well, no, of course not. It's football, you know. He's no longer the ugly duckling. If he misses goals again, he may be again seen as the ugly duckling. Well, as far as I'm concerned, he's Paulino. Always the same Paulino. When he scores, when he doesn't score, he always gives his best. And the way he was able to bring the team together. He's very good at doing this. It's not just a goal scorer. He's very good at bringing the team together. The first question was, or the other question?
Eu penso que foi mérito do Sporting.
Well, merit or lack of merit? No, I think it was merit of Sporting. This was a very balanced game. We had both teams had chances, but my players, they were better in the end. So it was merit. CNN Portugal. Yesterday you said that Sporting changed the way to look at Sporting. Could you elaborate on that? What do you mean by this? What kind of change of look is it? And after what we've seen in Frankfurt and tonight here, do you think that your opponents are still looking at us the same way or differently? Well, it may change depending on whether we win or not. Now, our opponents, they look at Sporting in the first place of the group, so I'm sure they will look at us in a different way. But as far as we are concerned, I mean, this just reflects the past 3 weeks. I mean, was everything going bad? What did change structurally in the club so that we now are doing so well, and 3 weeks we're doing so poorly? That's what I was talking about. We always believe, even when we lost here to Chaves, we always look at our team, at our project, at our plans as clearly as we do today. We just have to manage things differently. Against Chaves, we had to say everything was right, we had to keep it going. We're playing well. Now I have to say the other different thing. I have to say that we still have problems, we still have shortcomings, but we believe we can win any game, but we also believe we can lose any game. So when I speak to the sporting fans or to the club, that's it. I mean, we have a plan. We just follow the plan. We are not so much worried about results because we are the only ones that can spoil this road. Talk that results dictate everything. No, the attitude is important. Our convictions are important. So it didn't change so much. Things didn't change so much. We are 7th in the league. We are way behind, and we have to work on that.
João Ribeiro, Record. Aproveitava para lhe perguntar...
João Ribeiro, you spoke of defeat against Chaves, and then you said that you would no longer concede goals. Well, as a matter of fact, the team did not concede any goals since then. What has changed so much defensively? And at personal level, Champions League, win after win, do you believe you can have other horizons for yourself? Well, that's not what I'm looking for. But if it happens, I didn't want to leave Braga some years ago. It just happened. So I don't want to leave Sporting. I want to keep this door closed. I mean, only 3 weeks ago, people were already showing me the way out. So I like this project. I like to be here. And I don't want to open any doors. As regards the change in attitude of the team, it wasn't the practice. There were several games we didn't. It was not because we practiced. It was the players. they looked at what they were doing. We talked about it. We tried one thing or another during the week, but the merit is all to the players. Now they are back to the average again. Those 8 goals we conceded in the beginning, that's past. Now we are back to our average. We concede very few goals on average. Well, regardless of the score, for a coach, how do you feel seeing a team like Sporting showing so much personality in a game like this? Well, the first game helped. It happened last year. The way how we recovered from the defeat in Dortmund, even though we lost, that's a matter of confidence and then maturity. A lot of players, they played this competition last year, so this is not new to them. And the way how we approach games, everyone grew here, the technicians, the players. So we are all used to this. So basically, that's it. Of course, we have a lot to do. We still lose a lot of balls. Second half, we find a lot of difficulties, also for physical problems. But we adapted well, and we were lucky. But luck is important as well. It was a balanced game, but we did all we could to win, and we won.
Hi, congratulations on the result. Can I just take you back to the end of the first half, when we were very interested to watch Marcus Edwards tonight for obvious reasons, and Marcus nearly scored an incredible goal. I just wondered what you thought about that, and I wondered if you're aware that one of his old managers once compared him to Lionel Messi, and that footwork was quite Messi-like, don't you think?
Sim, obviamente não estamos a fazer comparações que não são justas.
We cannot make comparisons that would not be fair for Marcus, but he does have these characteristics. He's very strong in between the lines. He was very confident for this game. Well, he knew personally some of Tottenham's players, so this is his development. He has the characteristics, he has the talent, and as I said yesterday, and he showed it today, he can make it to the England's national team. And well, he's an expensive player, I must say, and a lot of talent for many years in Sporting.
Ruben, boa noite, Rodrigo querido, para o Notícias ao Minuto. O Sporting dentro de 4 dias tem
In 4 days, Sporting plays against Boa Vista, a difficult match.
mudar o chip dos.
I think it will be difficult to change the chip of the players, the mindset of the players
Nesta noite contra
after this important victory.
A experiência também nos
Well, experience
sobre estas situações. O ano passado
helps us. Last season we had important victories in the Champions League and we were able to win the next match. So we were going to work on that.
eu ainda não li as opiniões dos jogadores nas entrevistas rápidas, mas de certeza que eles tocaram.
I haven't heard the players in the flash interviews. I'm sure they mentioned that because we keep talking about that.
Isto pode mudar.
We have to keep in mind how we were 3 weeks ago. I mean, these things, they change from one moment to the other. Okay, now we have another day to recover, which is good, better than to have 4 and 3 days. So the players will be ready and we will have to fight in that game. Of course, we can lose points. Petit's, Boa Vista's coach knows us, we know him, but we do have to win that match. One last question.
Antes de mais, parabéns pela vitória.
Congratulations for the victory, great performance.
Enfrentou situações de inferioridade numérica.
Given the strategy, Sporting faced some moments with less players, in inferiority. How were you able to overcome some of these difficulties, if you agree with me? And what was your strategy to be so lucky in the second half?
Oportunidades foram.
Well, if you look at our opportunities, it was their positioning, yes, but their talent mainly.
A oportunidade que nós temos foi uma saída rápida.
The first opportunity we had was a quick counter-attack, and Pote ends it, or how Porro was able to dribble an opponent. Marcus, well, he did it on his own, he got the ball, and so all this is talent. And sometimes you have the players in certain positions, and what we practice, they do their job. And this was the game, the corner kick, how Paulino was able to head the ball, Arthur's play. Well, we believe on what we do. We believe on how we play. We didn't change much, just a little bit on how we, in the second half, they adapted well, but looking at opportunities and not trying to answer your question, how will we be able to create these chances? Well, talent of the players. Thank you.